All right. So, welcome, Julia. It's lovely to have you. Where are you calling in from today?
From Vienna. Lovely
From
Austria.
Vienna.
Yeah.
Yay. So, Julia, this is great that you want to share your experience that you had with coaching with people that may be interested in thinking about coaching. And so I'm going to ask you a few questions if that's okay.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So could you share the pivotal moment that led you to seek coaching and what you were hoping to achieve when you started?
I was leaving my previous job at a big corporate. I was living in Dubai and moved back to Vienna. And after 2.5 years, they wanted me to move back to Dubai because the job was kind of changing to that location again. But yeah, I wanted to stay in my home country, so I decided to leave that job. And the pivotal moment for me was that the ending of that job was very similar to the previous job. So I felt the same, I thought the same, and I thought, okay, there's something, needs to change here, and I want to actually seek professional coaching, just understand why that happened again, and also kind of pursue more of my passions, my private passions, and I was a bit scared of that, so I really wanted somebody like a buddy to help me go through that journey as well.
Mm-hmm. And had you ever had professional coaching before then?
No, I didn't. I just had a personal coaching, which was more about life coaching, but not business coaching. So it was the first time I tried that out, and yeah, that was a good choice.
Okay. And so, how did the coaching journey? How did the coaching journey with me help you gain clarity about your professional path and align you to your passions?
Yeah, I love the exercise what we did. It was very playful. So the exercise about values was the most impactful one for me at the beginning, for sure, because I really understood then, as I said before, why I was not happy in the last 2 jobs in the end. I was very happy at the beginning, but then in the end something changed. And the values really helped me to understand that at some point the area, the location where I was working was not making me happy anymore because it didn't align to my values. And that was really a big aha moment for me, because I pushed myself and I was asking myself, what's wrong with me, right? I was searching the area in myself, but not in maybe my surrounding, which is okay. Sometimes things change and sometimes you don't fit to it anymore. But this was a really, really big aha moment. I actually mentioned it yesterday to a friend of mine because I'm still having it in my mind and I still have the values written down in my little notebook, because I really want that those values to guide me through my future journey, right, professional journey, because it really helped me to understand who I am and what I need to be happy, and also to perform, right, and to be really good at my job and what I'm doing.
So, so you came to me knowing that I also had that I'm a coach, but also I'm somebody that has had a corporate career. So how was my corporate experience relevant to you? How do you think it contributed to helping me help you understand yourself better?
It helped me big time, because that was the main reason actually I also chose you, based on your background, because I knew you could relate to me, you could help me on the journey as well. And what I love the most is that you also went through a very similar journey, right? Where I was just at the beginning, you were just already starting it, and we're already in the middle of your journey. So I knew you had the experience, and you were very authentic to me as well, right? You really were very open in terms of your experience at work, and also maybe your struggles as well, and the things you really enjoyed. So I got the real you, which was very important for me, because one of my values is authenticity, right? So it was important to work with somebody who's authentic as well. So you were very authentic, you were very open also about private, personal. So that really, really also helped me to, trust you as well on that journey, because it's very fragile if you go through kind of a change, like especially of industries. You need somebody you can really trust and relate to. And also your experience in corporate life, because I thought, okay, maybe also corporate would be a good thing to go again, but it's a change of industry that really helped me to understand better how to think. And you had a leadership role, which was also important for me. So you were in a level where you also understand how they are hiring, and how they are progressing and on their journey. So it really helped me to trust you.
Yeah. So you felt heard and seen and understood.
Yeah, exactly. That really helped me, and empowered to go on the journey as well, because you motivated me, because you were there, right? You went through it already. So all this motivation, empowerment really helped me through all the lessons to really kind of keep on that path. Because sometimes you hesitate, right? You said, okay, is it really the right one? And should you really switch? That really helped me to keep on that path, what I was intending to go.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then, so our coaching journey was very much a holistic approach. So to you, to looking at you as, you know, Julia, and not segmenting you too much, to looking at you from a professional perspective, but also from a more personal and private perspective. How did that approach help you to transform your CV, your LinkedIn profile, your application letter, your elevator pitch, everything that we did together?
Yeah, it finally sounded like me, because before it was very mechanic, and this whole corporate language, was there like once 10 years ago, but it's not what people want to hear and see anymore, because they really want to see the real you. And also when you think about emails or anything else, letters, what you're reading, you want authenticity and not this kind of scientific language or corporate language. So it really helped me to kind of be more vocal about myself and who I am. And it sounded more like me and the way I'm talking and the way who I am. At the very beginning, I was hesitant. I said, okay, maybe we should use those corporate words and be more corporate, because that's how the word works. And we did that actually. But we also kind of put the flavor in there with me, right? And who I am and what I want, and with like words which I would not have used actually. But since I'm seeing it now and looking back the last 6 months and the CV and updating it once in a while, I really see, okay, that's really me, and I really love to work with it actually. Before it was not so like what I want to touch, but now I really love to kind of work with that CV, because it's really me. And the same with LinkedIn, it more sounds like me, and I also got very good feedback about it from friends, and they're also looking at it, so it was really very well resonated with other people as well.
So you feel like you have a personal branding that is more in alignment with who you are and who you want to show up as well.
Yeah, because I really believe only if you show up who you are and what you, then you also get what you want. But if you kind of pretend to be somebody else, it doesn't feel like, and it's just the wrong anxiety actually, right? A little bit of anxiety is good when you apply for a job, but if it's not really you, at some point, it will not come out right.
Yeah. Okay.
Was good.
And you, we talked a lot about the energy shift that you experienced after our coaching sessions. Could you just share how, you know, describe a bit this energy shift that you experienced during our coaching sessions and in between our coaching sessions, and how it helped to propel you forward?
Yeah, it was like a really like a positive like light in myself after all the sessions. Before I was a bit hesitant, and I was again like thinking, is it really the right thing? And you always have this why question yourself: is it really the right thing to do? Why should you do it actually when you're 40 and you're kind of in the middle of your career? Is it really the right thing? And after all the sessions and the exercises and the work we did, it really motivated me to stay on that path. And I was really enjoying also all the homework you gave me, and then all the updates I had to do in the CV, because I wanted to do it actually. And I really learned a lot about myself as well. And I think that was a big part as well why I was motivated so long to kind of really pursue my passion throughout the whole journey. And yeah, I was always very happy. I was just kind of really happy and content with my choice and the way we're going. And your positive like energy, your motivation, every time I was hesitant, like should I really go, you motivated me. You again reminded me on some of the strengths I'm having and the passions we went through, the values, and that again kind of gave me the confirmation, okay, that's the right thing to do. So you kind of keep reminding me on that, because your mind is conditioned to do old stuff, right? So you need to kind of recondition it, and you really helped me to recondition my mind to something I really was passionate about. And it was fun. The whole journey was really fun, and I love the way that it was very playful, right? The way how we did it. It was not really work.
Yeah, I like that it didn't feel like work. It was kind of fun. It sounds like it was fun and playful. And I like this concept of reconditioning your mind, let's say, and helping you maybe approach life and have a different, from a different perspective and have a bit of a mind shift.
Yeah, exactly. That really, really helped. So yeah, otherwise your little devil on your shoulder will always tell you, no, you go back to the old, right? But then you were a little angel saying, no, you need to keep on that path because remember, this is your strength. This is why you have to do it. And you'll be valuable for that industry or for that job you're pursuing. So that's the right thing to do.
Okay, I like that. And looking back at where you started your journey, and we started basically almost a year ago now. Yes, we started, I believe it was December of last year.
Yeah.
To where you are now, what would you say is the most valuable change that you could attribute to having participated in this coaching journey?
One thing is for sure, like the value alignment with the job I was pursuing back then. The strengths, right? Like what I'm really good at the beginning, I thought, okay, that's commodity. It's not really important, or is it really that important? So you always question yourself on that one, and the whole like Gallup Strength Finder and the other exercises we did, the tests we did, and kind of the fun exercises was really kind of making me recognize like what I'm really good at, and I keep looking at that actually. So once like again, like a little devil comes saying, okay, I really look at it again, and it reminds me why it was good to go on that journey, and it still helps me and keeps me focused actually where I want to go. So that was for sure the two most important things. What I still really remember, and always the motivation from your side, I still have it in my ear when I'm a little bit hesitant on things, or have second thoughts. But that really helped me to to pursue that.
Okay. So yeah, that little devil you talk about is your saboteur.
Yeah, the inner tyrant. Yeah.
And is there anything else that you'd like to share with anybody that's listening or watching this?
Yes, the one thing I really also loved about working with you is that you kept checking in with me, right? Whenever you read something or you thought about something, you said, okay, this might be a good direction to go to, like ESG in sports, right? You always had like your coachee in the back of your mind. This is what I really loved. And yeah, the recommendations, the videos you gave me, because I really like wanted to do more because I was so motivated. So give me everything you have and you think I could learn from. So that was great, always in between. And also afterwards, after the whole coaching was over, you still contacted me, right? And was checking in with me. And I can only recommend everybody to invest that time and obviously also money into coaching, because it really, really helps you to kind of understand yourself better, who you are, what you actually want. And you sabotage yourself, as you said, right? So having like an outside voice, right, who's much more objective than you are to help you on the journey is really, really super helpful. And I think I can talk for everybody. It's painful to go through the whole application process, and especially after leaving your job, updating your CV and getting into it again. And a lot of people like haven't applied for a job for a long time. It really, really helps you to kind of keep being motivated along that journey, because it's a big path, like it's up and down, right? So you need somebody to really kind of guide you through it. And yeah, you can read everything online, but it's very, very different to really having a coach to help you guide you through that journey. And bring you new ideas what you would have never thought of. So I can really only recommend that. It was the best investment I ever did on that part. Sometimes it's okay, should you invest in clothes or something professional? But then okay, no, coaching, definitely coaching. It's really, it really helps you. I can only recommend it to everybody.
It's a good return on investment.
It is a very good turn, right? Exactly. And you get a friend, right? A buddy, right? I see you as a really close buddy of mine professionally. So whenever like I need help, I will definitely again go back to you. And if there's anything like challenges, you always have somebody who you can talk to, who understands the whole journey of you, right? Who knows you actually. So it's always great to have somebody like that on your side.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And last question, Julia. How would you sum up how I made you feel, let's say, in this partnership that we have established, you and I?
Worthy of maybe the change that I'm going through, and worthy, and you made me feel empowered that I have the choice, and I can do it. Yeah, you really gave me this empowerment and also the strength somehow, right? Although I needed to find the strength in me, but you kind of empowered me to find that strength in myself, and made me see who I am, and why that was actually good for me, that I had the right thoughts, and I had the right intuition and gut feeling. That's the right thing to do. And you always like answering my questions I had in my head, right? So every time something came up, okay, why, and this and that, and I found excuses, you said, no, this is the reason. So you really were my second positive voice in my head to motivate me on that. And yeah, and every time I thought something, you kind of like felt it, and we said, yeah, let's go that path. You had a lot of empathy, so the empathy really helped me. Your empathy, to trust in that process, and I think that was also part of your whole openness, the openness about yourself, and you were quite open about your journey as well. And as I said before, it really made me trust you on that, and kind of I just followed you blindly in terms of, okay, let's just do it. Despite the things like I was used to, right? Because you want to go back to the comfort zone, and you kind of pushed me out of that comfort zone.
Yeah. And I do it as blending coaching with a bit of, let's say, mentoring as well. So that's what I do, because I leverage obviously the experience of having been 28 years a woman in the corporate world. And I think hopefully from the sounds of it, I was able to bring that experience to the partnership as well.
Yeah, that really helped a lot in opening up on those stories you had there as well, right? And things, your thoughts throughout that journey as well. Yeah, I can really relate, because I felt, yeah, I was like in the same shoes like you were back then, and that really helped me to understand why I was there as well. And it was a great experience together.
Well, thank you, Julia. Thank you so much for this sharing.
Thank you. Enjoyed reflecting on it. Actually, it's like a year now, so it was quite great reflecting on it. What did we learn, right? And yeah, how did you progress since then?
And we're still in touch.
We're still in touch, exactly. We're still in touch. We're still working together. Yeah, we're still sharing, right?
I also enjoy everything that you send me. You have also been helping me become a better coach by also helping me to, look at some cool programs that you watched, and some cool books that you suggested I read. So, the partnership really goes both ways, I find.
Yeah, I always have you in back of my mind. Yeah, I think also one thing was important, that we meet physically. That was also a very good idea. Not just Zoom. It was really helpful to just also see each other, because the relationship depthens through that.
And you came all the way from Vienna to Milan to see me.
I did. It was beautiful. It was a little bit of Christmas shopping as well, so it was a win-win for me, which was
win-win. Yes. And I remember we were meant to have one session, and then we ended up having 3 sessions, one after the other, those 3 days.
Yeah, it was great, because we're kind of into it, right? In the flow. Once in the flow, you don't want to stop that flow. So that was fantastic. And yeah, your little cat was sitting on a table, so it was a nice atmosphere. It was very calming for the whole journey.
Yeah. Okay, well, Julia, thank you very much. I am going to stop the recording, if that's okay.
Yeah.